Yo. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, family. How y'all doing? Solomon Savoy Jr. here, faith-based workplace. I just wanted to come to y'all and talk to y'all about this video right here is titled, When Words Destroy People, Let's Discuss the Use of the N-Word. And the N-Word, if y'all been following social media the last few days, you know that Joe Rogan, he has a Spotify show and things like that. Big around MMA and things like that, you know. He also used to host Fear Factor, like long time ago. If y'all remember that. But anyway, he was recorded saying the N-word numerous times. From when I did my investigation, I seen that Spotify removed about 70 videos of his because of the use of the N-word. So this is what this tells me about the N-word I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's the word that they call, you know, black people or minorities or people that just don't, you know, they just want to use a negative word. But the thing about this is you got to look at Joe Rogan for what he said. And yes, he did apologize. And I don't really think the apology was an apology. It was more like, you know, save face type thing, you know, oh, I got called out on it and now I gotta apologize. So it wasn't any empathy involved in it. I'm not here to judge Joe Rogan on his apology and how he did it and how he trying to save face and things like that, because it's not for me to do, not for me to judge that. But it's the thing about him saying the N-word, for one. And two, Spotify knew about these words. So you got to look at Spotify for what they are as well. They knew about him saying the N-word, but yet and still they waited until it broke again, because not the first time it broke. They waited until news about it broke again, and then they decided to make an example by removing 70 of his videos. And I get it, but the crazy thing about that is you knew about it, talking about Spotify, and Joe Rogan knew that he has been saying it. He's been saying it for many years. I think it's about 12 years or something like that. It's a long time he's been saying it. It's not like he just started saying it this year or last year. So he's been saying it. And then it's an apology, which I say I don't agree with the apology, but I'm not here to judge the apology. But he said that he thought it was okay to say the N-word because the people that are around him that was saying it as well. So he thought it was cool. And the main thing that stood out for me when I was doing my investigating on Joe Rogan is that he also said something about going to Chicago, and when he got, you know, to a certain area, he felt like he was in the movie Planet of the Apes. And yes, that was a reference to black people. So if you don't know about this story, you can look it up. I didn't share anything on this video, but it's just weird to me that a guy of this stature and this magnitude, popularity, whatever you want to call it, can be dumb to the fact that saying something like black people are basically like the Planet of the Apes and then try to apologize and say, you know, that film wasn't even filmed in Africa, it was filmed somewhere else. Yeah, I wish I had the video for you, but you can look it up. If you Google Joe Rogan, you can figure that out. But I don't want to be stuck on just that one N-word, because there's a couple other N-words that are making headway, especially now. The other N-word is narcissist. So you have the one N-word that I'm talking about that I will not say, the one that Joe Rogan said, but you also have the N-word narcissist. And a lot of people are, you know, on their high horses and talking about why people like me and other people are talking about the word narcissist. Like they never used this word before. Why are they using it so much now? Just like the N-word that Joe Rogan used, it's something that only black people used to say. Well, narcissist is something that only psychologists used to say. But as people started doing research and started figuring out, you know, different things, they came to realize that narcissism is something that they've been dealing with their whole life. And, you know, I talk about this on my channel all the time here on Faith-Based Workplace. I discuss, you know, the ins and the outs of narcissist abuse, whether it's in the workplace or in a relationship. not to confuse the two N words, because one N word is to downgrade people and call them out their names and things like that. I don't have to go on a whole spiel on what the N word, like who should say it and who shouldn't. But this other N word, narcissist, I believe that more people need to say it. More people need to learn what they're actually dealing with. And we have some people that will sit there and say, well, y'all only saying it because y'all have no other word to call them. No, I'm saying it because I didn't have a word to call them before. Let's compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges, because before I would just call the person crazy, female or male. I would just think they was crazy, maybe they're having a bad day, year, whatever the case may be. But as you start doing research and you start learning, you can no longer unlearn what you just learned. It's just like Joe Rogan saying the N word. We know that saying that word and calling a black person or a minority or anybody that word actually is actually wrong. But when it comes to narcissist abuse, people try to throw that word around and say that, well, you can't call people narcissists. Where did you get your doctorate from? Who ordained you? I got my training from God. I'm able to Google and I'm able to read the Bible. And if you read the Bible, they have narcissists in the Bible. They might have not used the word narcissist in the Bible, but I can tell you that they have certain characters in the Bible that are narcissists. Jezebel, name one. You got other people in there, Jonas, probably 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 is a narcissist. But again, this word is being thrown around for a reason. Just like the other N word is thrown around and used. You're starting to see it flash on TV. I'm watching different TV shows. I'm starting to hear them say narcissist. So it's kind of weird to me that people will question why I use the word narcissist. Well, who are you to question my character and question why I call someone a narcissist or discern someone as being narcissist? Just like, y'all want to question Joe Rogan about him using the N-word, and we worrying about the N-word that he uses and why he uses it. And like I said, I'm not agreeing with the use of the word at all, but I am in agreement with people finding out about narcissist abuse, because more people need to learn about narcissism. Now, am I calling Joe Rogan a narcissist? No, I don't know enough about the man to call him a narcissist. So no, that's not what I'm doing. But I'm pretty sure if I was to do more research, maybe I can determine an honest answer. But I'm not calling him a narcissist. I'm not even calling him a racist. But I am saying that him using that N-word and the way he used it, and he used it with the hard R, because you can say it with the A at the end, or you can do it with the ER. He is doing it with the hard R. And when you say that to a person, it has a little bit more like bite, like they like to say. It's the same thing with narcissists. You notice when you call certain people a narcissist, they get mad and they get angry and they want to call you out and smear campaign and do all these different things. It's the same thing when you call somebody the other N word. People get angry behind that word, especially when it comes from a Caucasian or something like that, or like a Joe Rogan, when they say that other N word with the hard R. But again, like I said, I'm not going to continue to harp on Joe Rogan, but I do want to make sure that we judging righteously, that we're looking at things and calling a thing, a spade, a narcissist, and a racist. So if the shoe fits, wear it. It's all I'm saying. So I know they might have people coming to comment, well, you don't know Joe Rogan. Yeah, I don't know Joe Rogan, and a lot of people don't know me either, but I can understand that the man has said the N-word, I don't know how many times, probably thousands of times, maybe millions, because who knows what he does around his friends. If he's standing on his own podcast, who knows what he does. But I'm here to tell you, I've said the N-word myself, talking about narcissists, thousands and thousands of times, and I will continue to say it because more light need to be shed on the subject, because the subject of narcissism is far greater than we can ever imagine. It's more people that are narcissists than I believe are racist. Let that sink in for a second, because we know they have a lot of people that are racist, but if you compare the two, they got a lot of racists that are narcissists. So therefore, if the numbers, which I think are lies, they say it's only 1% in the world of narcissists, I already determined, the lie detector determined that was a lie. So if you're saying that maybe 50 or 60% of the world, maybe 40, I don't know the exact numbers, but because a lot of men, a lot of women don't go to counseling to get diagnosed as narcissists. So we got to realize that as well. But if more people come out and say that they're narcissists, the percentages are going to be very high. And if those same people just happen to be racist, the numbers are going to be even higher. So again, I'm not calling Joe Rogan a racist or a narcissist, but if the shoe fits, wear it. If you're going to say the N word and try to save face and do a halfway apology or whatever you want to call. That wasn't even an apology, but that's what the people are calling it. And then some people were taking up for him, which you know that's how society is. Some people are going to take up for him, and some people are going to say don't apologize, and some people are going to say why do you say that? Well, they do the same with people that talk about narcissists. Well, why do you talk about narcissists? Some people are going to take up for me. You know, my father, smaller my channel is, but that doesn't matter. The size of the channel is it matters the size of the heart. It matters the size of my faith, and it matters the size of my message. The message is plain and clear. The two N words we're talking about, one I won't say because it's what usually Caucasians or white people will say to blacks or minorities, and then the other one is narcissist, which I will say because more people are talking about it. Don't get mad at me. I mean, you can get mad at me. That's fine. I can take the heat or the drama, but don't hate the message because the message is clear. Either way it goes, if Joe Rogan can sit there and say that word and get away with it, I should be able to say narcissist however much, however many times, whenever I want. So I'm not comparing the two words, but I am comparing the way that things develop or the way that things play out in society. One person can say the N word, and you know what N word I'm talking about, and it gets a lot of attention. But when we say narcissist, it doesn't get as much attention, and it should get way more attention. And the thing about narcissism and the thing about the other N word is that they both, you know, if you say the narcissist word and you call somebody a narcissist and they're really not a narcissist, yeah, it can be detrimental and it can destroy their character. But if you say that N word with the hard R, and if it's coming from a Caucasian or a white person, I can tell you this: if you say it to an African American or a black man or a minority, or it could be a woman, you know, it's not just men. Obviously, you can be a female as well. If you say that word to somebody that looks like me and talks like me or act like me, you're going to get a reaction that you're probably not prepared for, and you're wondering why the backlash is happening. Again, on Spotify, they have people that's taking their music down because Spotify is supporting it. But yet and still, we have a report that I was able to find that a company called Rumble say they would pay Joe Rogan $100 million for 4 years to come over there and say whatever he wanted to say. So you're going to always have your supporters, and you're always going to have your haters. That's just the way this world works. I can talk about narcissist abuse and be Bible-based as I do, and don't curse and don't use that N word, but use the narcissist word and speak positivity and all those things, pray for people and everything. And I would never get the support of people. And I'm cool with that. But the thing that's weird to me about it, that one word is basically destroying character. It's destroying cultures. It's been destroying cultures for years and years. The other word is something that's dealing with narcissistic abuse, narcissistic supply. It's dealing with narcissism. It's dealing with narcissists in the workplace, narcissists in your own family dynamics, your moms, your dad, your brothers, you know, your siblings, your cousins and aunts can all be narcissists. It's dealing with narcissists in the pulpit. My wife just did a video about pimps in the pulpit, and yes, that they have narcissists. And when I say pimps in the pulpit, we talking about bishops and pastors and whatever title they want to call themselves, because they all about titles. So you have narcissists in the pulpit as well. You have narcissists in the police force, fire department, government. Yeah, even maybe a president might be narcissist. I'm not sure. I don't know the guy, but it's so many different avenues you can go with narcissism. And I can bet you a dollar that, and I'm not a betting man, but I can bet you a dollar that narcissism is running rampant in your workplace and probably running rampant in your family dynamics. But again, this video is, you know, when words destroy people. And like I said, the words, I did a video last week that words have power. These two words also have power. Using an N word with the hard R, calling somebody that has power. It can hurt someone. It can hurt people. people say it doesn't affect them, but it actually does affect people in different ways. I don't know everybody in the world, so I can't tell you how that word affects everybody. All I can tell you from my personal experience when I was called that word by a Caucasian, how it affects me. And hearing somebody like Joe Rogan say that word, it affects me as a black man, but it doesn't affect me negative because I don't know the man. He wasn't speaking directly to me. I get that, but just to hear somebody say it in the way he said it, it's just evil. But on the flip side, to hear somebody talk about narcissists and take up for narcissists, it's the same way as somebody taking up for a racist. Now, I know you'll be like, Solomon, those two don't match, but obviously, actually they do. Narcissism and racism, like I say, they go hand in hand. Just think about that for a second. Narcissism and racism can go hand in hand if the person, obviously, is narcissist and racist. Again, go check out the Joe Rogan video where he talked about, it's a video like they put together of him, saying the word over and over and over again. So it's evil video. You can check it out. I wasn't going to even play that video on here because I don't say them type of words and talk like that. But that's my video for today. I don't really do uploads, but I thought I needed to do an upload on this particular video talking about Joe Rogan using the N-word. But then also, I wanted to swing it a little bit further and talk about narcissism as well. Because, on this channel, I talk about narcissist abuse from a man point of view, dealing with females, also in the workplace and things like that. So that's my video for today. Thank you, family. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment on this video. Let's blow this video up because more people need to learn about narcissism, and they also need to, see what's going on with this whole Joe Rogan situation as well. So thank you for this time that you spent, sowing the seed of time. Thank you for that. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Actually, I'll probably be live tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, discussing something narcissist. So we're going to see what that discussion is going to be. So join me tomorrow. Also follow my wife at Narc Free Living on our website, and then also on YouTube and all social media platforms. All right. Thank you, family, for being here. Thank you for having just listen to another discussion of, narcissists, but then also the N-word. All right, family. Be blessed.